All right, what's up, Uncut channel people? I figured I'd keep you guys on your toes and post a not flying video and make a video all about the toy hauler trailer mobile. I don't really have a good name for it, but here's the deal. I've been boondocking parked in this spot right here for 7 days, and that's 7 showers and using the toilet as my primary toilet. I filled up on water 7 days ago, and I've done the 7 showers. But my propane I've been using for an extra couple days beyond that, and my fuel for the generator I've been using for an extra couple days beyond that. So I just want to do a walk around, give you guys a tour, and tell you about how it's been working for the last week, because part of the reason I got this toy hauler specifically was because I wanted to be able to boondock, not be plugged in, for an extended amount of time. So let's dive into it. Up in the front, I have 2 30-pound propane tanks. There is a meter on the inside that you can't actually see unless you use your phone to check the meter, and I just checked it and it's still wide open green. I don't know if it's just an on-off or if there's any in between, but we're still running on 1 tank, and I've been using the furnace for a couple nights. I've been using propane to heat the water and running the fridge off of propane. So that's been really good. I bet that my 2 tanks will last a long time. Got a plane starting up in the background. Battery. This is the biggest con I've encountered so far. I think it's a 100 amp hour AGM battery. And I haven't been plugged in, and I don't think I can get a full charge off of towing. So I don't think I've ever really hit 100% on the battery. With that said though, I run the generator like a couple hours a day, and I've found that if I run the furnace overnight, running the fan for the furnace has been enough to kill the battery to the point that I need to jump start it off of the truck to get the generator going in the morning. So it could be my fault that I've never got a full charge on the battery, but I definitely want to look into battery upgrades for the future. Either double lithium, but that's stupid expensive to get enough cranking amps for the generator, or maybe 2 rows of the golf cart batteries. I just want more battery power, and it's pre-wired for solar, so I might look into solar in the future. Under here is the generator, and the generator's been real good. It powers the espresso machine nice. My only complaint, which isn't really a complaint, is when it's cold, sometimes it takes up to 5 tries to get it running, which the dealer said is normal for these own-in generators. To start it, there's a toggle switch, and you press and hold stop, and then it primes, and then you just like prime it for a couple seconds and then hit start. And you do that cycle at least 2 to 3 times, sometimes up to 5 times, which when the battery is low, it makes things a lot harder. But it is what it is. Once it starts, it runs flawlessly. If I walk 50 feet away, it's a very quiet hum, so I don't really feel that bad about running it up till like 11 p.m. Over here, my dumper station. This pipe is where the gray water comes down to the gray valve, and I have 2 leaks. The pipe is actually split, which is kind of weird. It's split like almost as if it was molded, and I just wrapped some flex tape around it, and my flex tape worked on one of the leaks. It's obviously not working on this one because it's still dripping, and I tried to peel it off, but it's like chewed gum. It's so sticky and nasty that I'm just gonna let it drip. It's just gray water, so shower and sink, so it shouldn't really be doing any harm, but I'll fix that permanently when I get back home. What can I say about this? Underneath this panel, there's actually a switch to run your hot water off of electric rather than propane. I had that on, and then I realized that it will continue to heat the hot water even if you're not plugged in or on the generator, which is not a good idea because that drains the battery flat. So I haven't been using electric for my hot water at all. Over yonder, this is where you fill the gas for the generator, And when I filled it a week plus a couple days ago. It took 15 gallons, which is probably about the full tank. And let's see where it's at now. I'm just below half a tank, and I think I calculated I've run it for like 30 or 40 hours since I filled it, which is pretty good, I think, fuel efficiency wise, to run that many hours on just over half a tank. What else? So coming around the back here, I've just got everything open because I'm kind of airing it out now that it's nice and sunny. In the back here, I've got Bertha, just the motor part here, and I have the trike part of Bertha in my truck to save space. I have the Scoutmobile in the hangar at Aviator to save space. If I did have it, I would have it parked right here. And I have the motorcycle as, the centerpiece over there. It works out just fine. The only con I could say is I wish I had more living space, but I bought the smallest toy hauler possible because I like minimalist and I don't want to be towing a 35 foot. This is only 27 foot. So I guess I kind of sacrifice a little bit of the living space because I have my toys or my paramotors and motorcycle in the living space. I would be able to drop down my Happy Jack, they call it, and turn these into a bench and then put a table, and I would have a really nice living area, but that would only be if I got rid of all this stuff. I can't really cram it all in the kitchen and then have to, stumble over it. But it's been working out fine. I kind of expected that. But this is my living space. I have my seat here, which I can edit videos on. I've got the kitchen space. I haven't really done much cooking, just like Hot Pockets, hot dogs, snacks, and things like that. But the espresso machine works flawlessly. On our old van setup, sometimes I would have issues where it wouldn't heat well enough, like it would take a long time to get to temperature. But off the generator, I do my normal 10-minute warm up and it's golden. It runs totally fine. Let's take a look at some of my gauges. So keep in mind, I've done 7 showers. I've used the toilet as my primary toilet. I've done a little bit of, faucet stuff, brushing my teeth and washing my hands. And our fresh water is still reading 2/3 full, which is awesome because my goal was to be able to go off grid for at least a week. And I'm at a week and I still have plenty of fresh water. As long as that gauge is good, which brings me to the black tank. The black is reading 2/3 and it's got a 30-gallon black tank, a 100-gallon fresh tank, and I think a 58-gallon gray. But the black, when I used the toilet the first 2 times, it was reading 2/3, and I'm like, there's no way it's that full already. And since then, it's been fluctuating between 2/3 and 1/3, so I don't really trust that gauge. But gray is still at 1/3, which seems about appropriate, minus the little bit of dripping I've been doing onto the ground. But yeah, that's about all over here. The furnace I've used a couple nights because it actually got down to 36. And as long as the battery stays alive, the furnace works super good. The fridge, I have it running on propane. And one issue I encountered was if my battery goes flat, especially if it's low and I crank the generator and it poops itself momentarily, it turns off the fridge, in which case the check light comes on and you just have to turn it on and off to reignite again. I learned the hard way. I didn't realize that had happened and my ice cream melted. It was a sad day. But yeah, now I know if the battery goes flat, I just have to recycle the fridge to get it back online. Stereo system has been nice. There's speakers in the ceiling. There's a subwoofer above the fridge there. And I throw on some music in the morning when I make my coffee, and sometimes in the afternoon when I'm just hanging out. It's nice to listen to music. Those cabinets are really high. They're almost useless. Back here in the bathroom, I'll show you guys my shower head back there. I upgraded to Oxygenetics to Fury. It's just a lower gallon per minute usage faucet, if that makes sense. And it has a little slider dude on the actual thing. So normally I get the water to the right temperature. First I turn on the water pump, then the water heater, and I give it 15 minutes. And at that point, the water is plenty hot. Then I put it on the trickle setting. I turn the thing and get my temperature set, jump in, then I turn the water on. And normally I only run it at like half power. Do my hair, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, you know, the thing to conserve water. And it's worked well. Showers are great. There's plenty of room to shower. And like I said, I'm super impressed with the water usage so far, as long as that gauge is accurate. Bedroom, it's a bedroom. It's a king size mattress. It's actually an RV king, which is not, it's close to a king, but it's not exactly a king. But to me, it seems kind of weird, like a weird use of space to have a ginormous bed in here. I was like thinking if I could put a queen mattress in and then like make different cabinets or like redo this space to be more, I don't know. I don't need a king mattress. That's all I'm trying to say. Even with two people, I see no use for it. I'd rather have a queen and actually be able to walk around without shuffling like this. But the cabinet space is good. That's all working out. And I think that's about it. Oh, I can show you guys this. My parents got me for Christmas this RV lock keyless entry, which has been super nice because I have a little key fob and I have a code, which means when I go flying, I can lock my keys in the trailer and not worry about it and use my key fob to get back in. That's about it. I can show you these locks. I got special puck locks for the back door for that thing there, and that works out pretty nice. My gas can, my oil is over there. No, I'm not dying of gasoline vapor inhalation. It's all good. I have ventilation, no worries there. That's about all. Overall, I'll just like give a conclusion. I'm super happy with it. Like I talked about in some of my earlier videos before I got this, we got rid of the van and I wanted an upgrade, obviously. And I was thinking a truck camper and towing an enclosed trailer to bring the gear. But the more I looked into truck campers, they generally only have like a 30-gallon fresh tank, and a lot of them don't have generators. And the ones that do, or the ones that have more freshwater, they exceed the weight capacity of most like 250s. Like, to get a really big, useful, nice truck camper, you need like an F350 or a 450 dually to actually not overload your truck. But a lot of people, I think, just overload their trucks. So that's when I started looking at toy haulers. I found this one, which is the Striker. Oh, there's an ant in here. 2313. And the key features it had was the generator built in, so I didn't have to go out and pull start the thing. And it had a 100-gallon freshwater tank. And those things to me made me realize I could park it somewhere, go out into the middle of the desert, stock up on food, fill it up with water and gas, and just live in BLM land or something for a week at a time. And that's what this trip has kind of been like the test bed for in Lake Wales, because I'm close to civilization still. I can still figure out things if I need to, like getting jumper cables to jumpstart the generator. And I mean, going off of that, the only thing I'm really thinking I'm gonna have to do in the future, besides fix the leaky pipe, is upgrade my battery and maybe put solar on, and just, I think that'll be the full package. Even with two people showering, I think we could go easy 1 week. And I mean, if I need to bring an extra gas can to fill up the generator again, I can do that easy. I can even bring extra fresh water or whatever I need to do. But yeah, overall, I'm super happy with it. And I just wanted to make this video because I haven't really shown much of the toy hauler on my main channel. So I figured I'd do a little walkthrough and impressions of the first week on here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more non-paramotor related stuff on the Uncut channel. And I guess I'll go upload this. Till the next one. Peace. Zip.